Yeah, it's. I'll explain why I'm here. Of course, don't worry about it. I don't know how to start an intro. Okay, I'm sitting down on the couch and I'm a different avatar. Reasons being is that I don't like using that avatar too much. I'll explain in another video, not in this one. Going forward, yeah, I know it's been a while that I posted anything, and this is something completely different from what I last post. I'm just trying to be different. I'm gonna do what I like, what I enjoy talking about, and currently having an interest into. Meaning, if there's something completely drastically different that I post, it's because that's what I'm having a I guess a hyper fixation over, or something that I'm currently interested into. That being said, I don't want to lock myself to one thing and one thing only. So I want to try different things and be able to post that on YouTube. I know that doesn't look good for YouTube's algorithm, but I don't care. I'm just doing this because I want to. And to keep this going forward again, this is just for educational and informative purposes only. This is not to target or harass or cyberbully anyone. I do not condone any of that. I do not want this to be expressed as that. The situation has been resolved. I was meant to push this out earlier, but with personal things happening in my job of losing too many members, I haven't been able to push it out. Work has been very tiring. So that's just my personal situation with that. So for bigger context on this entire video was supposed to be one segment, a part of another thing that I'm working on for VRCHAT. But I felt like it became more of this than it became the segment in different parts of what I'm working on. So instead of just scrapping it entirely from it and just not acknowledging that it happened at all, I wanted to get it out there in one way or another. So I ended up just pushing this out, this entire segment, as its own video and cutting it from the original editing. So this is coming out now while I'm still working on another video. But that being said, I am working on something longer. I'm still working on it. I appreciate it if you watch this video to the end. Thank you. Hey, Editing Darziel here. I just wanted to make this point clear that I didn't specify correctly. This next segment is showing off my encounter with groups that do leave a bad impression of VRCHAT, to where this is a public group and that anybody can join it. And this is the kinds of people that they can encounter in public. So what I'm trying to specify in this clip right here is that this instance, this group says that they are 13 plus. They do not agree with not safe for work content. They don't want any slurs, none of that kind, because they do have a younger audience in their group, especially for the world and the community that they are in. In this case, they are in a FNAF world, ripped from the game. Usually the FNAF community is made up of younger demographics, so with one of the group moderators was breaking one of their own rules and showing minors furry porn.
I got a present for y'all. I got a present for y'all. That's it. Y'all get a present. Come here.
You're finna
Y'all
get
get a present. Y'all get a present. Boom.
What?
Furry porn.
Whoa, furry.
Yo, wait, that's even better, gang!
Hold on.
Oh, nice shirt here. Fuck.
Wait. Oh shit, we gotta stop because I think their boss is here.
No.
Shit.
You should stop.
No, it was another moderator. You're good though. She left.
Mongoose.
I can't show it to you because this what gets, like, YouTube will immediately deny this video. This is just a random open group that I encountered, and I've talked, lucky enough, was able to talk to the owner of the group that was there. Oh wait, are you the group owner? Wait,
I am upstairs.
you're the group owner?
No, I'm sorry.
Wait, can you come over here real quick? Can you come over here? And while talking to them, I explained that, hey, there's minors here. One of your staff members is posting in a public group instance. It's like, what's up with that? Yeah, so if you're the group owner and then your first rule on your group says no, not safe for work of like any kind, then why do you got like a staff member that's posting like furry as stickers for like people to see?
Which one?
What did my ears just hear? I gotta go.
Handy VR, the one with the catnap sticker, the catnap profile pic. They go down there, they start talking with the person that's doing it.
I'll just stop whenever you, because like
What?
circle's not allowed.
Oh,
I know that much.
What? Yeah.
So, but whenever you came down here, they started having a circle.
Did I
I saw
hear
you and I
anything
just like
normal?
shit. I'm
Actually,
sorry.
there's only meant to be like 3 strikes, but I've given you more because you're family. So family gets 4 strikes. Moderators in general just get 3.
I get 17
It's
apparently.
okay. It's okay.
One thing I do want to point out during this entire exchange is that the group owner does not clear the instance of stickers or set it to no stickers when this happens and proceeds to just leave it up there.
And it turns out that person is the actual owner of the whole group. So they own the account who owns the group. This is just their other account.
I haven't heard anything
You know,
normal since
I
I
can
got
fire
here.
you, but I
I've
can't
been here
fire
for
you
5
because
seconds.
you are
Oh,
basically in charge of this other account. So I can't.
I own you.
You don't have to apologize because I can't even fire you.
I got a question.
I'm not a dickhead.
Yeah.
I'm not just gonna like disconnect.
Y'all
Yes,
know
I
an
would. I
original
would still
poem?
disconnect your account.
You would.
Technically, what this person does is that they pay the owner with VRChat Plus, and so the person who is the owner of the group cannot officially ban that person, because if they do, then they won't get VRChat Plus anymore, and they can technically take the account away from them that has the VRChat Plus. So after listening on their conversation, I decided to confront the person that's currently on the true owner's alt account that owns the group. Oh, so I kind of heard that. So
Fuck
you
yet
can't
again.
actually fire him because he owns your account.
It's crazy.
But I could fire Scott.
Okay, that doesn't seem right at all. Because technically, if you're the owner, does that make him a co-owner, or that makes him a staff
That would make him an automatic co-owner.
co-owner? Is it specified?
I have yet to add it into the group.
It says co-owner is somebody else. It says it's Chris Fraser.
Yeah, it's my wife.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah, 'cause
girlfriend, but VR wife.
Hmm. That's a little bit misleading, though. If he's just a staff that you give multiple strikes to, because they're like family, I guess. That just seems kind of like favoritism for family members.
I kind of don't want this
Why are
account to
you
get
making me
disconnected at the moment.
Mm-hmm. That's just kind of interesting. That's all it is to me.
Yeah, I swear it's not favoritism. I swear.
Yes or no?
Mhm.
I don't do that stuff. I hate that stuff.
Favoritism happens in every job. You get managers that always favor somebody, and it happens either intentionally or not intentionally. I just find it like where where
Finally, one of my other moderators.
I'm just wondering like where the line stands when it comes to it, especially if it's happened 15 plus times. Where does it stop? Is it just going to keep happening again, where people are going to get exposed to stuff like that because they're still there?
Scott has already, he's been hired today, only a few, hours, an hour ago, as I opened this instance.
Mhm.
But somehow he's already broken all of his strikes, and I don't want to fire him on his first day, so I'm gonna keep him.
But what about the other person, the one that's like, you kind of like...
Handy.
Because they still pose as a staff, but they're not specified as specified as co-owner. Or at this place, if you're the owner, yeah. If they own your account, then they're just straight up owner.
Yeah,
And
they would
that's-
technically be an owner.
Then they should be specified as owner then, instead of you as owner.
Yeah.
Because then it looks like, because they're staff, people are going to treat them like staff, and then, they're going to see it, and, they're going to see that they're bending rules and stuff like that, and then go to you about a staff member that's acting kind of weird. Why are they doing this when you specify it as your first role? No, that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying here? Yeah, I don't know. I just find it all weird and all.
My group's a bit wonky at the moment.
Mm-hmm. I would probably, if you're the main owner, I would do like a staff reevaluation, especially if they're technically the owner and should probably specify as such instead of posing as a staff member. But, that's just my 2 cents. Anyway,
Yeah.
good talking with you. I've never came across a user, especially a young user, they sounded young to me, showing off to other minors. Honestly, the people that I encountered to me, they sounded like they were in middle school, going into high school. And I'm not too sure about the owner for the one that actually owns the group. They sound like to me that they are in middle school going to high school. They sound like they're 14 to me. Personally, they sound like they're 14. And they're showing other minors this. Like, it's unbelievable. This part is me actually going through their group, making sure that what I did see is against their group rules, and I'm pretty sure it is. I double check, and then the only thing I can think of doing, especially with how some people talk about stuff like this, where it's like, what is happening here? What's happening in VRCHAT? Do something about it. In this case, the only thing I could think of doing was reporting them. That's the only thing I can do. I reported the group, and then I reported the user that actually posted the because when you have VRChat Plus, you can upload images of any kind and show it to anybody. Like the fact that he was posting images like that, that's a thing that happens in 18 plus worlds. This is not verified. This instance wasn't verified, and it had a bunch of minors, and the one that posted it was a minor. The issue here lies where minors are being shown explicit content, either in private groups or public ones like this, where you get a user that's showing minors content like this is illegal. It should not be allowed. Other players in VRChat have made it known that this is not acceptable whatsoever. Not all groups are like this. This just happened to be one possible group out of many other ones I could have joined that I encountered this.
Hold it!
I'm gonna squeeze this in here. So after so long, and I'm assuming basically it was like a whole month, I got notified, and I'll put it right here once I get off the stream cam. So you can see this is the last avatar I was wearing when I was on VRChat. So I was in a FNAF world, and here, if I go to notifications, it tells me here that moderation report closed. The user associated with a report you submitted was actioned by the moderation team. This may be as a result of a report you submitted or from the report of another user. Thank you for helping with keeping VRChat safe. And as of this recording, as soon as I got on, I got notified that whatever I reported to moderators got moderated. Possibly what happened is they broke VRChat's TOS, and it was right there, plain and simple. The point is that moderation did, in this case, actually be effective, and something did happen. So that's good. That's a big OW for moderation. I just wanted to put this clip in here since it was just out of nowhere when I just hopped in. So, that being said, just gonna roll back into it. Going forward, I will not be discussing anything further to do with this group or anybody associated with this group. I have no idea what became of them and what happened to them. What I want to make clear at the end of this segment is this is not intended for targeting, harassment, or any cyberbullying of any kind. I do not condone any of that. So if you made it all the way to the end of the video, it's really appreciated. Leaving a like or comment is much appreciated. It lets me know that you like this form of content. And to specify real quick at the end, once again, this is not to look down on VRChat. Every community has problems too, especially games like this. It just comes down to moderation, really, and the community as a whole. The community does have respectable people in VRChat. Again, it just all comes down to moderation and how they handle the situation. Especially since this is my first time uploading something of this kind of content, so I am working on something more for VRChat, which is down the pipeline. So stay tuned for that. Subscribing does help for that, and notification bell.